Nervous.
Here we get nervous for what? We've done this 45 times prior to this.
Literally no difference.
Welcome back.
Welcome
Episode.
back.
I thought there was a hair on my coffee, but it was just the dried up coffee.
There might be.
Episode 46.
You don't know what I did to that fucking coffee. I felt bad for throwing the apple at Corbin. I guess there's no way they would have seen that unless you follow me on IG.
Yeah.
So I bought Corbin a coffee.
I appreciate it.
Cheers.
Thank
46 new stew.
46 new stew. It's going to get prettier. Pinky promise. This was like, I got back from a busy morning at work, and this is just what I could get. But that's today. Just so y'all can keep track.
Is it the 18th already?
Yeah.
Oh, fuck. Let me check my birthday note. Dude, my friend was roasting me because I was like, I'm going to add your birthday to my note. She's like, why not just put it in a calendar?
Bro,
I just have people's
was
birthdays.
fucking quizzing my friend on it the other day, and it was in her whole ass calendar, and she was having the hardest time. She was looking at the calendar at the time. And I was like, I'm going to make you guess. It's a quiz. And she was like, this day, this day, this day. And I was like, no. And then she clicked on the day. I told her, she clicked on it. She was like, oh, yeah, it's in here.
Girl, what the hell?
I was like, what the fuck are we doing here?
What the fuck, girl?
Anyhow, we've got some fun stuff to talk about. Do you have the lineups for...
Oh, I don't have the drag race lineup.
That's okay. We can do that next week.
Yeah, because there's only been one elimination, so we'll still have time for you to like... And
Okay.
you don't know anyway, so...
Yeah. Yeah, but if I do pick one next week that's eliminated,
yeah,
steer me
I'll tell
away.
you.
Thank
Yeah.
you.
I'll let you pick it first, just so that you know you're wrong.
Valid.
I'm not going to tell you
Valid.
beforehand.
That's honestly in line with the next topic then. UFC 311 tonight.
It's happening.
We've got our first
311?
pay-per-view of 2025.
It's named after my favorite band, 311.
Yeah. I don't know. Maybe.
Amber?
No, she's not fighting.
Girl, get out of my face. We should
Speaking of who is fighting, though,
me.
there's been some
Shelby
mix-ups.
Mark's in it?
Yes.
Or is she out still?
One of her braids came undone, so she can't fight.
No, one of her cultural appropriation cornrows came out, so Shelby Marks can't fight this week.
The main event was supposed to be Islam Makhachev versus Arman Sarukian. However,
Those are both banger names.
Arman, in hilarious fashion, spent all week posting like these like wrestling mobility things where he was just like contorting a whole bunch of different fucking ways. Pulled out last night because his back's hurt.
Girl, I'd be so embarrassed. Is this
Everyone-
the guy who posted that quote where he was like, when I get in the ring?
Yes. He's like, I'm pulling. And somebody was like, his secret weapon is pulling out of the fucking fight.
He's like, you don't know what I'm going to do. You won't know my next move.
Yeah, and we're never going to know, apparently. And it was hilarious. He was doing all this crazy shit. There's a UFC, like, I don't want to call her influencer. She's like a media girl. Her name is Nina Drama. And there's so many occasions where people just do fuck shit when Nina's around. Because, like, she's attractive. She's fun.
So incels are
I don't know. I don't know what the case is, but Arman was doing some fuck shit during his like Nina media moment. He had her like in the gym. They were training, and he was doing this thing where like his head was on the ground, and his whole body was going around. So like part of the time his feet were in front of him, and then he'd like walk them behind him while his head's on the ground the whole time, and everyone's like, "This doesn't look good." And then he pulled out for a back injury. So instead, we have got Islam Makhachev versus Money Moicano. But do you want to pull it up full here on your phone?
Oh, yeah.
Because I can't remember. I think it's Renato Moicano. Anyway, Islam's whole thing is, I'm the champion. That means I'm the best in the world. So I've got no issue taking a late notice fight against a replacement fighter.
I was
because
ask because
if I'm the best in the world, I should be prepared to fight anybody in the weight class.
Yeah, but also low key, I mean, I don't know how strategically they go into it. Like, are they not watching film and like studying their competitor? I'd be kind of pissed.
Okay,
I
so
didn't prep for it.
Islam comes from.
Kevin Holland.
I know. I was gonna tell you your boy's fighting.
Yeah, boy.
Islam trains with like he trains out in Dagestan with like I don't know if he trains with Khabib, But Khabib's got one of like a really, really phenomenal camp in terms of like the athletes it puts out. And they just have this very smothering style of wrestling where like regardless of how you are as a fighter, they're going to put it on you.
Yeah.
Like the best wrestlers often struggle. And Islam's striking is better than Khabib's striking. Khabib was that being said, Khabib's wrestling, I think, is probably some of like the all-time greatest wrestling the UFC has ever seen.
Damn.
Yeah, like once you got on the ground, it's
over.
It was not a good time because there's some wrestlers that get you there and just hold you, but Khabib actually had like a fairly aggressive ground and pound once he got down there.
Not the ground and pound.
Yeah.
Oh god.
Yeah. Okay. I'm gonna need to like reference. I'll pass it right back. But we'll start from the bottom as we do. So
I wish I didn't have the privacy screen.
we've got Kevin Holland, Rainier de Ritter.
Rainier de Ritter.
I don't know if that's how you pronounce it.
Looks like Mount Rainier.
You know Kevin. Kevin, honestly,
I know Kevin.
I love Kevin. It's hard to pick against Kevin. I'm pretty sure this is Rainier's one of his first fights in the UFC. I don't think it's his very first, but he came from a different championship.
This is Rainier.
Yeah. Weird ass build.
For context.
I think we
crop out
know.
their fucking heads. Oh, he's kind of fine actually.
Oh, are we?
Okay, Kevin's the one where every time I pick him, he loses, right? And then every time I don't, he wins.
Honestly, it's been a minute since we've done a pay-per-view. I feel like
I think that was him.
that is the case though, because I think last time
From
you
the
picked
beginning.
against him
And he won.
and he won.
And he lost the first.
So it's
time.
like, do you want to be right or do you want to support your boy?
I never want to be right. Yeah, I'm gonna pick Kevin. I might pick that other guy next. If it was somebody other than Kevin,
Yeah.
I
Okay.
probably would have picked Mount Rainier.
Okay. Who do we got next? Let me see. I think I know. Yeah.
I'm 1 for
Yeltsin
1.
Almeida versus Sergey Spivak.
That's a hell of a name.
Yeah.
That guy looks way like bigger. He's like
There's some
wider
big
and
bodies.
thicker. Yeah, he's more of a thick boy. He looks like Mac Miller.
Oh,
Rest in peace.
that's a wild change of pace.
I know. It's my hot take, bro. We should talk about that.
We can.
The posthumous albums.
Because I'm like, I'm on the fence. Like, I'm not all the way with where you and Nick stand. But
Yeah, we're
I
aggressively.
I do have my opinions about it.
Mm-hmm.
So, but we'll
Yeah.
touch on that later.
I'm gonna pick Spivak.
Sergey? Hell
Mhm.
yeah.
Moldova, dude. He's not playing.
Hmm?
Oh, Yuri.
Yeah. Yuri Prohaska versus Jamal Hill.
Yes.
Going
What
with
is
Yuri.
that tattoo? Those are just thumbs up on his
Dude,
chest.
no. Don't get me started on Jamal's thumb tattoos, bro.
Bro, I hope y'all can see
It's
that
some
a
Mickey
little.
Mouse ass hands.
They don't even look like real hands.
Dude, I can't, like,
And it says North Side or North Sides.
don't get me wrong. He's a very, very dangerous man. I just have
looks
the
like it.
hardest time taking Jamal Hill seriously.
Sweet
Also,
dreams.
Yuri Prohaska shaved his head and is donating $50,000
No.
and flying out a cancer patient.
Okay.
So
I was like, no, because he has a good man bun, but that's a good reason to shave your head. What a
Yeah.
guy. Okay, I'm picking Yuri.
yeah,
Those tattoos were
okay. And then
Jamal.
co-main, we've got Umar versus Marab. Marab's the current champ.
Mm-hmm.
Umar's undefeated. Umar is family and fights out of the same camp as Khabib that I was talking about earlier.
okay, so the wrestling
Yeah.
smothering.
That
him.
being said, Umar and Marab are both like heavy decision guys. Like they have some finishes on their records, but a lot of them are like, I'm just gonna out stamina you
okay.
and like drain you by the time. So like I'm just gonna keep taking you down and just you're gonna be exhausted. I might not put you out, but I'm gonna like win the fight when it comes to the scorecards. Because that's exactly how Marab beat your boy Sean.
Oh yeah,
Because that's who he got the belt from.
yeah. Well, that might be interesting then if they're both like that.
Hmm.
That's kind of cool.
I do love Marab as a personality. I think Marab's absolutely hilarious.
I'm gonna pick Umar.
Umar Nurmagomedov.
Yeah, I see it in his eyes.
Yeah.
They both are like Eastern European scary looking though.
And then
Ooh,
Main event.
Yo,
Who are you looking at right now?
Renato.
Renato
He
Moicano?
looks like one of my friends.
Money
If
Moicano
he was
versus
ripped.
Islam Makhachev.
Dude,
What are you
I'm
thinking?
picking Renato. He's the
I'm
sleeper
so
dude.
sorry. That's such a bad pick, dude.
I don't care. That'll make it way better if he wins.
I'm
then.
going to tell you
He's
this.
coming in late. His
Moicano.
perfect nipples. Like, whoa.
Were you with us the night that it was Jalen Turner fought Moicano here recently? Jalen Turner thought he got a walk-off knockout. And instead of going for the ground and pound to like finish him off, he just walks away. And Moicano stand up. The ref didn't stop the fight. But Moicano has gotten caught so many times by just like less than championship level fighters. Like Zombie, all-timer, going down in the Hall of Fame, has to. And just like an all-time respect guy. But when Zombie fought Moicano, Zombie clipped him so many times. So many times. And so I just don't know. Like, everyone thought Islam was just a wrestler, but Islam's now got 2 finishes on... No. 1 decision, but then knocked out Alexander Volkanovski, who is one of, like, the one of the longest reigning featherweight champions. So Islam's striking is coming together. And so it's going to be an interesting fight. I'm curious to see how Moicano approaches it. So let's lock him in.
So he was just ready. They called him and he was like,
he
"All right,
was
I'm good."
supposed to fight. So Arman and Islam were supposed to fight. And then early in the fight where Sergey and Yeltsin's fight was supposed to be Moicano versus Beneil Dariush. And so when Arman pulled out, Moicano weighed in at championship weight because there's just like bout weight and then there's championship weight. And so you have to cut just a little bit more for championship weight.
I'm
but,
always championship weight.
Right, same. But since
We
Moicano...
probably are the same weight class.
Dude, do you want to fight?
Wait, are you... I'm like a woman who doesn't care about when people ask her weight.
I don't
Do
care.
you care if people know your weight?
No. I tell people all the time because it often catches people off guard. I do not carry a lot of weight.
Yeah, you're lean.
Give me a number.
Me? My weight?
I mean, if you want to share, I was gonna say you can ask mine,
Dude, yeah,
or like
I
you can
don't
guess
care.
mine.
I'm like usually 123 to 125.
Yeah, I think I'm probably hanging out close to that.
Yeah?
Yeah,
All right, so we could actually fight.
yeah.
Let's go. We should put our measurements and then Photoshop us into like the UFC things.
That'd be fire.
That'd actually be sick.
That'd be
a
fire.
good promo for the pod since we talk about UFC so much.
Agreed.
Okay, so he was championship weight.
Moicano
already.
weighed in at championship rate. So when I think he was like I think prior like behind the scenes they'd probably talked to him as being like the backup because they always have one.
Okay.
Just in case something like this happens very late.
Yeah.
Every now and then there's a case where like if a big name falls out and they're like, well, we don't just have like a contender that's ready. They'll call somebody who may not have been ready. Mm-hmm. That's what happened with, I think it was the second Volkanovski loss against Islam. He came in on like 11 days notice. Kamaru Usman came in on like 6 or 7 days notice against Khamzat, which absolutely insane choice with just who Khamzat is as a fighter. But Alexander Volkanovski came like off the couch on 11 days notice. Granted, these guys are always like, they may not be training like fight camp style, but they're pretty typically always like
Usually
ready enough.
Unless you're Patty in the off season stuff.
Dude, yeah. Yeah, unless you're
He's
Patty.
not ready.
Patty is not ready until camp.
He can probably cut though so fast, right?
I
Has
think
he talked about that?
he has, and he's also talked about how it just has like developed really bad like ED for him, the way he does it.
Yeah,
Because
it's like binge and purge
yeah.
on a longer scale, I guess, for him.
Mm-hmm. But like he always cuts the weight. But when you see him ready for his fight, like he looks just like
Yeah.
Like it doesn't look like a healthy, filled out face.
Yeah.
But he goes in there, most of the time he gets the job done. So
Yeah, I guess
whatever works for you.
Yeah, I guess it is his work. Even though
Yeah.
it's like bad for your body and your health, like, you gotta do what you gotta do, I guess.
Yeah, I just can't imagine like the fluctuation is like sustainable or healthy on the brain or the body.
Yeah, the brain.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Anyhow, we got Holland, Spivak.
Mm.
Who's number three? Number three. I'm fucking blanking.
Hold, please. Yuri.
Yuri.
Umar. Renato.
Okay.
I'm probably
Holland,
gonna get like
Spivak,
3 out of 5.
Yuri, Umar,
Maybe 2.
Money Moicano. Bet.
Locked.
Locked. Okay.
Lock
Do
my
we want to
shit
talk
in.
about the Mac Miller thing?
Yeah, I guess, because
I'll let you, and then
Yeah.
I can share my feelings on the situation.
Yeah, because I don't want people, like, I feel like it comes across as insensitive, especially for like big fans of his. But maybe I just have like a weird relationship with like death in general, where I'm like,
It's part of life.
people die every
Yeah.
fucking day. I hate when people make it like a personality trait that they know somebody that died. I'm like,
It's not that
But
it's
just
not
die.
sad,
yeah.
but it's like
And you're allowed to take your
nobody-
time to grieve.
nobody doesn't die.
Yes. And so it's like at a certain point, you just kind of gotta like grow up and move on with life. And that happens with time. So I think that's a big part of it, is that this Mac Miller died 7 years ago. I think he was 2018. So 6 or 7 years ago.
Somewhere around then. I don't
Bro,
know.
so just
I've never been, not that I'm not a fan of what I've listened to, but I was never like an invested Mac Miller fan.
yeah, I think we talked about that.
Yeah.
Actually. So for people to still be like, man, I'm still not over Mac Miller, like, shut up. It's been 6 years. You're allowed to be like, oh, that's sad. Like, if MGK died, because he's my favorite artist, it would rip my heart out of my fucking chest. But 6 years, like, you get over it. Like, you're a fucking adult, so it can still be sad. But I'm saying, like, people just need to like grow up.
Yeah.
But also, I think I'm triggered because the posthumous album drop. His album just dropped. That's why it's like top of mind. And those, I hate those. Even if it's like the family and like whoever worked on the project knows that like they would want it dropped, it just doesn't feel right to me, and it makes me uncomfortable and angry. So that's probably why I'm like more triggered by it. It's because, but
And I don't know the context necessarily of this one with Mac. If it was something like actively being curated at the time and it was like an unfinished project, I have a little bit more like lenience for that. But I'm not a big fan of posthumous drops.
it's so weird.
Especially like
It doesn't feel right.
one that really, really bothered me was the Juice World ones.
Yeah,
Because I think there was
they
yeah,
just
like,
dropped one.
Yeah, like they're still going, and I'm like, this is different. Like this is you making money off of somebody that's passed. Like
Yeah.
you can't say like those songs hadn't been dropped for a reason, so you can't 100% certainly say he wanted this song in this track list in this. Like
Yeah.
you just can't.
You can't. And yeah, I think it's good for their families. Like, I think Lil Peep's mom signs off on everything that's still dropped. I'm pretty sure. But even still, it's like you wouldn't know how they would want their album curated.
Yeah,
There's just a part of me that's like, if they're looking down and like, damn, I would not have put that track where that was supposed to go. But like, it's their art, so it's just so. Ugh.
yeah.
Makes my skin crawl, dude. I don't like it.
I'm not a big posthumous fan.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think like
weird.
leave their legacy as it is, because you also don't want to drop some shit that isn't received well and damages the legacy that like
That's true.
has already been cemented.
Hopefully, people are so soft towards people if they have died and so accepting of everything. So hopefully, things would like not taint their image.
I think one of my favorite like handlings of it is like, and I know we talked about this recently and like how I feel about this. And this kind of goes back to what you were saying about like somebody dying and like still being able to like, you don't have to get over it, but like whining and crying like it just happened. Like
they're dead.
Kobe, like a forever inspiration. Like his work ethic is something that I will forever like look up to. And something that I loved when he passed, he was co-authoring a book with somebody. And the guy said, when I got the news, the first thing I did was like delete the whole file.
Whoa.
He said, I deleted it. It's never like nobody's ever going to see what that book was. And as much as I would love to have that book, it wouldn't have felt right for it to be finished without Kobe there.
Yeah.
And so, like I said, like I would have loved the opportunity to read that book and to like hear, because his post basketball career, and this is insane to say this because he has had one of the like most phenomenal basketball careers ever. It like it stood pretty even with his basketball career. Like the things he was doing just for like art and for people, like he got a what's the film Academy Award? That one is that an Emmy?
I think Emmy's TV.
TV.
Is it Golden Globes movies? No.
I don't think so.
It's just like acting.
But anyhow, he like it within the like between
Oscar?
the maybe between the time that he retired and passed, he like put so much work into like still doing things that he got himself an Academy Award for a short film that he made. Like obviously he worked with a team to do it, but like he just kept working. He's like, I'm not done yet. It's just like I can't keep playing basketball. But I don't sit here and like wake up every day and just be like, damn, I can't.
Man, I miss
Like there's moments where something will happen and it kind of reminds me that he's not around to like witness these things. But it doesn't like, it doesn't bring me to tears the way it did the day he passed.
Yeah.
Because I did cry. I cried big boy tears that day.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't know. I think it's also just kind of like, it's kind of weird to like tie yourself so closely to a celebrity, especially in those celebrity instances.
Yeah, that's true.
Like you can respect their work, you can respect who they were, but like you didn't really know that person.
Mm-hmm. It is weird because like I don't know, like your relationship to them is valid because you knew that person. However, you knew that person. I heard a drag queen say that recently.
Yeah,
we in the drag race community like just lost a queen recently. So it's valid
R.I.P.
because rest in peace to Vivian, dude, legend, icon. Like it's valid because you still like knew who that person was in just a different like scope.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like we only got to see what we got to see. We didn't know her in person, but it's like you can still miss that person's work and be sad that they're gone.
100%.
It is weird though because it's like you didn't know them.
Yeah. You knew like who they were to the public.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's why like I'm always very like transparent about it. I don't have like I miss Peep feeling about Peep because I didn't find out about Peep until after his passing. Like I found out through that Netflix documentary that came out. And I was like, wait, like this shit is fire. Mm-hmm. Like the music he made was so good.
Yeah.
When you like really sat and listened. And I think the documentary like shined a light on who he was like as a creative and like how he approached it. And I think it allowed me to enjoy it more than if I had just like sat down and listened to it.
Yeah.
But like it never turned into like I need Pete back.
Yeah. Exactly. That's a good way to put it.
And I don't want to like devalue like an early loss of life. I don't want it to come across that way.
No. But that's just what it is. It is life.
Yeah.
Maybe it's because I'm just like good at adjusting to change and accept that. But it's like, all right, it's the next day. That person's not here anymore.
Mm-hmm.
Like it might take a while to adjust. Maybe I am thinking about it more with celebrities. Like it's so different if you lose like a friend or a family.
Oh
member.
yeah, no. I think this is a completely different situation with like family and stuff.
Yeah.
Because
then it's just the way it is now. I don't know. I feel like I'm black and white with shit, so I'm like
with family I have a hard time because there's a gentleman that was like very important to me that we lost a couple years ago, and like I can't speak too much about him without like tearing up and getting emotional just because of like what he meant to me as like a man to look up to.
Yeah.
But it doesn't mean I like value that time any less than I did or than I do now.
Yeah.
And I think, but I don't get that way about celebrities. Like I could sit there and like, I could sit there and talk about Kobe for hours, but I'm gonna smile the whole time through it.
Yeah.
But like, if I were to talk about this gentleman, I'd be breaking down.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I remember the last time I really, really talked to somebody about it, it was like I was like in the passenger seat of their car, and I was like wiping tears away from my face. And this was years removed from it.
Yeah.
And so I definitely think family and like very personal people is a different case, but it's never something that I'm like, I don't know. I guess it's kind of a weird way to like a weird one to word with the family thing, because I would love for him to like see everything, but it's also I don't think he's not.
Yeah. That's another thing that brings me comfort. I'm like, bro, they're
Like the
they're
people
right,
that
they're
want
right
to, yeah,
here
yeah, yeah,
to
exactly.
me,
Like
so
the
it's
people
like,
that want to like be watching and keeping up with me, like I fully believe they are.
yeah, they see it all, dude.
Yeah. Ooh.
Ooh, sorry, grandma. Happy birthday. Yeah, I don't know. It's weird, and people have different like relationships with death, but it also goes back. It's shout out to Lil Peep. The way I see things, it's also I kind of operate under like our life here is so quick.
Mm-hmm.
Like it feels. It's obviously
relatively,
the most.
It's so small.
It's very fast, and like the way we see it, it feels fucking long to us. So it feels like a long time without that person, like being alive with you, but also in the grand scheme of things, it's like I'm gonna see you soon.
Yeah.
Damn, that was dark, but you know what I mean. Like
yeah, we've had like a pretty
fast
serious.
life.
Do you have anything funny to fucking say? We've been kind of.
No.
Do we keep it this way?
No, I don't. I guess we don't even really have any notes, do we?
We always have notes.
We
They're
always,
locked up in the vault.
We always keep them in our back pocket.
Yeah, let's speak about our
If I have
fucking.
anything funny.
You know what was funny? Our fucking rounds of pool last weekend. What a fucking chaotic ass evening.
Billiards.
I don't
At
think we were playing
Sideways.
billiards.
I literally Googled it because my friend and I keep calling it billiards because we are
Billiarders.
sophisticated dykes. But I like could not find a straight answer of what
Like
billiards
what the different
versus
games
pool.
are.
Like some people
Interesting.
say like pool is billiards.
It's like a square, rectangle, square situation.
Kind of.
Okay.
Like pool is billiards but with pockets. So it's a form of the billiards.
Where the fuck
game.
did they go?
That's what I'm saying. So I don't know what authentic billiards was like 3 balls, no pockets, something. And I couldn't get an answer.
Just smacking balls around the whole afternoon?
Pretty much. If that's what you call it. I've been playing billiards. Yeah, we're sophisticated, bougie, well put together dykes just trying to play
Hell
some
yeah.
billiards.
Are we gonna go smack some balls around later?
I want to.
If the
My friend
karaoke
and I have
machine
been trying
comes
to play
out?
billiards for like literally a week and haven't gotten to make it happen. I'm trying to get I don't well now I might have the space for it. But I was
A
like
pool table?
yeah.
That'd be fucking insane, dude.
In my apartment.
Make that
loud as hell,
whole-
bro. I'm breaking like
Dude, that'll
3
just be
a.m.
like, we'll have this same exact setup in the Bentonville stew, and it'll just be a pool table here.
in the stew.
In the stew.
Loki.
That's like a dream. Like when we
pool table
really,
in the
really
crib?
level up,
I
pool
would
table in the
I would
fucking
literally
stew.
play it alone like all day.
Same.
If I had a pool table.
My grandma used to have one when she lived up in Michigan, and I can't tell you the amount of games I played by myself.
Yeah.
Just shooting.
It's so fun.
Yeah. I
Yeah,
quite enjoy
we gotta
it.
play tonight.
Yeah. Don't they?
No say. Probably after like 10 p.m. But
Fuck. Good thing I got this bad boy. Be
I mean-
ripping.
but I'd still be down to come back here. You know me. I love driving. People in my office act like Fayetteville is so far. And they like can't believe that I'm here all the time.
Don't get
And
me
I'm like,
started.
Bro, it's 25 minutes.
Dude, don't get me started. When I had, I'm not talking shit. I love y'all still to this day. But when I had like my former friend group of people that was like mostly Texans, and I was working at the water company and like still living up in Springdale, there'd be times I would like invite them up for like grill outs and like weekend hangouts. Like you've been there, like we've got the TV out back, like you can stay outside and like watch sports and like do stuff. I would get them to make the fucking 15-minute drive from Fayetteville to Springdale and be like, dude, it's a journey. I can't make it.
Like, do you need stuff to be right down the block in order for you to do things?
And I'm just like, bro,
It's
you've
so
got like a
close.
car. I'm not asking you to walk.
Yeah. It's not like a day trip. It's 15
And the amount of trips I made to Fayetteville during that time, dude.
Yeah.
But
I hate that.
it is what it is. I mean, like, I think it's also kind of like it's one of the things of like, we were all like early 20s at the time, and the mission for a hangout was like, get as fucked up as possible.
Yeah.
And they lived at that apartment complex that the girls used to live at. So like, we would just walk to Dixon from there.
Yeah.
Walk home. Like, there was no driving necessary. But it's also, I don't necessarily want to get lit every time I want to hang out with my friends.
Put in the effort to do other things.
Yeah. I was having a conversation with that about that with somebody yesterday about the, like, those friendships that are built on like drinking or like smoking, how empty, and I don't want to say all, because I still have a good amount of friends that like I met through my time at the dispensary that like I'm so glad to go hang out with them and not smoke. But the amount of relationships that I've noticed over time where if that drink or smoke is not involved, they're like, well, what are we going to do? Like, just hanging out is not an option to some people.
Yeah. Which is sad.
It makes me so sad.
I'm trying to think if that's sad. Yeah, that's kind of sad for them. It's like, damn, you like just can't be around. So
well, I feel like it's sad for both parties, because it's like, I'm obviously asking you to do without it because I would just enjoy to spend time with you. Mm-hmm. And so it's like, damn, do we really, like, is that really what our whole relationship was?
Yeah.
Is just like hanging out, smoking, drinking.
Hey, sometimes it do be like that.
Yeah.
You need some of those to.
Yeah. I think I passed my 10-day. Look, I know we're almost 20 in. There was a snow day.
Oh,
my drink was spiked.
That's true. Corbin did.
My drink was spiked on the snow day.
That's a pretty good excuse.
But I'm enjoying it. And honestly, I was thinking about it the other day. Like after the week I've had, I don't think I could have done that having like smoking or drinking in my life. Damn. Yeah, because I think it just would have slowed me down so much. However, I will say, last night I like finished up with work. I finished a Zoom call that I was supposed to have, and I was like, a little gummy action would not bother me right now.
Yeah,
but
that's fair.
It wasn't something I was like, I need it. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Welcome to the bright side. I had one of my friends text me today, and he was like, I was out in the club sober until 4 a.m. and I woke up and I feel incredible.
Yeah.
And he was like, and I was present the whole time.
That's been the
everybody was
best
happy
thing
to see me. I'm like, see, different strokes for different folks, but I feel like more people need to just try going out sober.
Yeah. The only time, and I think what I learned after our trip last weekend is it's very place dependent. Because Yeehog, not the vibe. Not the vibe to be sober. Just because everybody else is so far from sober. Inside Yeehog. Let me add that. Inside
my
Yeehog.
autistic ass, dude, I'll be anywhere. I'm a chameleon.
I just like...
Except Tin Roof.
Yeah, fuck Tin Roof.
I can't, even when
that's
I have my
national.
AirPods,
That's not even
hear.
the Fayetteville one. That's national. Fuck Tin Roof.
That's true.
Unless
Jack Harlow's there in Louisville.
Fuck Tin Roof. Fucking Hulk Hogan was at the Tin Roof a couple weekends. Not like a month or two ago.
This one?
Yeah. Selling his beer. He was at JJ's too.
Allegedly. HH brother.
Allegedly. No, I think the inside, just because like getting around and like the soft, like guiding, like push. People just they looked at me like I had just like sucker punched them. And I was like, no, I just want to go through and get back to where I'm supposed to be. And excuse me, it does not work.
Yeah.
I tried many times. But made it out alive. Got my ID back. That's what mattered.
Yeah, sure, dude. Dude, trying to find that ping pong ball in the
I
floor.
was so scared,
People
bro.
were looking at me like I was crazy.
Like I was like, here goes my fucking ID.
Bad.
Y'all were gone for a minute.
Dude, I had to like step back and be like this. I'm looking around people's feet. They're probably like, this bitch is...
He's getting kicked around. It's like a Campbell's soup commercial.
Literally, it was like a cartoon. Like I would reach down to pick it up and it would get
gone.
kicked right out of my fucking hand. I was like, all right.
Dude.
Fucking embarrassing.
I was worried because there was like groups lingering. I was worried that they were going to like try and take them when we were done. And I was like, no. Like these are mine.
Yeah.
For now. Yeah, don't touch my balls.
What is stopping us from walking in with the same colored balls and just playing?
Or just our own.
That's what I'm saying.
Like, they're not patting me down.
Like, bringing our own, but they're like pink and orange, so they wouldn't know. Somebody would look
I
over
don't give
and
a
be
fuck
like,
if they know. I don't think they're checking. The bartenders are so busy at U-Hog, they're not gonna give a fuck. Don't listen to this, bartenders at U-Hog.
still trying to get my connect to get my cover.
Oh,
We gotta start going
yeah.
to the back. I
Our
have, good,
fucking
I have good
tea.
rapport with him now.
Our fucking tea. I still stand on this. If you're a bar that charges, well, I guess this would be tricky. You can just like take the wristband off. No, because if you don't have a wristband, can't buy a drink. Give me a different colored wristband if I'm not going to be drinking. The bartender can literally turn me down and say, you got that wristband on. I don't want to pay a $5 to $10 cover to drink water.
I agree because, hello. That's what
Yeah.
I've had to do every fucking
Yeah,
time.
no, and now that I like am on this side of it, I'm like, I feel bad for asking Brooke to come to E-Hog all these times.
Yeah, that's why I'm always like, is there a cover where we're going? But also, maybe the cover should be more for sober people because they're not getting the sales from me standing in there. If I'm walking in and you know I'm going to spend however much on a cocktail, then like the cover should not matter as much. But if I'm walking in and they're like, she's not going to spend any money in here, let's upcharge her. That kind of makes sense to me business-wise.
No, because then you just go and say you're going to drink, you get the cheaper one, and then just don't get any drinks.
Yeah, but you know what I mean.
They can't force you to buy a drink.
Oh, they can't? Gun to my fucking head.
Not in my experience. Anyhow, we both got shit to do.
I gotta go party.
Yeah. Yeah.
I got a DJ gig tonight.
Hell
I
yeah.
asked him if I could bring my turntables. And then my boss laughed.
DJ
And then he
D's
was like-
fucking nuts.
I was like, when I get I was like, I'll buy turntables for this. He was like, you don't have them? I was like, no, I just wanted to know if I could.
I love your fucking boss, dude.
Dude, you gotta meet my boss.
I would love to.
We have
all the
more
stories.
I've like gotten comfortable saying whatever I want to say and like just my tenure there, the sillier shit's gotten in that office. It's
Fuck
so
yeah.
fun.
It's a good vibe. It's good for all of them.
Such a good vibe.
Get your boy out to play pool tonight too.
Which one of my boys?
None of like the boys, just the single one that you're talking about that you work with. Get him out.
Okay.
Have some fun.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll try.
Hell yeah. All right. We'll catch y'all next week. Thanks for joining us for episode 46. Toodles.
Bye.